My name is Jenna Ezel, and this is my Chapter 15 takeaway for Intro to Media Studies. Chapter 15 explores the various methods and theories associated with media effects and cultural approaches to research. It begins with the concept we have all heard before that violent, taboo, or socially unacceptable topics portrayed in the media create an increase in or desensitization around those topics within society. It immediately got me thinking, in a general sense, of how cultural issues are dealt with in the media. On the one hand, I do think it's important to not overly censor or sugarcoat heavy or important material. Media can be a useful tool in spreading awareness and shifting the cultural narrative. On the other hand, I do see instances where I think those same topics might be glorified or condoned by the way they're depicted. It is a balancing act, and the chapter further elaborated on the various methods that can be applied in order to better understand how to maintain that balance and interpret what it means. Much of the chapter reminded me of sociology classes I've taken, and certainly all of them have some merit in their own right. That's how research goes. You take what works and adapt it to make it better. There were some theories that particularly stood out to me, though. Theories like the spiral of silence, wherein people are more likely to keep opinions to themselves if they think the majority would oppose them. I have learned about this before, but not within a media context. It added a new layer of my perception of it. Within the frame of this concept, I can see how media can have positive or negative outcomes to the cultural consensus of what is socially acceptable. It reminds me of whenever racist sentiments become increasingly more prevalent in the news media or within fiction, there seems to be a combined adverse and constructive result. As with the criticisms of Spiral of Silence, that people might perceive more people hold the same beliefs as they do, there are instances of KKK members parading with tiki torches and instances of entire cities uniting to protest injustice. As a communications major, and just in general with communication being something I am passionate about, there was one section of the chapter that really resonated with me. The one on communication as a culture. The chapter states everything that defines our culture, our language, food, clothing, architecture, media content, and the like, is a form of symbolic communication that signifies shared but often still contested beliefs about culture at a point in historical time. Communication shapes the media, and the media shapes what we communicate about. It is a symbiotic relationship, but it can be parasitic or mutualistic. It is crucial to tell all stories, not as stereotypes, tropes, or propaganda, but as an authentic representation of society at this moment in time, so that we and future generations can learn from it.